From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 64 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready up.
Pierce is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are on the board first here in Vegas. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans 7, Raiders 0. Kaimi Fairbairn, you pick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down, Jacobs once more. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Raiders in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here. But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On second down, it's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first and 10, O'Connell. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. They'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Good, 52. 52 blaster. Ready?
Play action. Here's Stroud. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, here's Pierce. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Let's go. Liking 18. Half the 60. Half the 3.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. O'Connell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 1st down. O'Connell. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! Devontae Smith from 10 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to finish your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
113 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Stroud looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On the double.
Stroud to throw it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And Stroud now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. And he will find his man on the outside. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. He's going to use his legs here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On first down, O'Connell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
From the 21, it's second and 10. To throw again, O'Connell. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. O'Connell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, O'Connell flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
There he goes left side. 30. 10, 5,
trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 201 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Stroud keeps it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
24, Raiders 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Connell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A final shot before break. O'Connell. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Slot man moves right. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on second down. O'Connell. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. O'Connell going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. O'Connell. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Down. Opposite. Green. Cut.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one.
Here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
Ready?
You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ready.
Pierce now up the middle. What, 214 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Right through.
Stroud now on second down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Throwing on first down. O'Connell. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. O'Connell will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Perry. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete to number 19.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play-action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Connell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Okay,
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Stroud off the play fake.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. O'Connell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. O'Connell.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Another carry for Pierce. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready. Smith, rest. Ready?
Handoff left side, Pierce. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He finds his man complete. That's Perry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Quick, yellow.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Set.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Right, 97. Blue striker. Ready?
Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
6, 7.
Stroud. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Stroud. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
38, Raiders 31.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Texans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the